budget, right? And so the first component is to create your chart of accounts. And what this is you're deciding your revenue groups. So how many different ways do you make money, right? So do you have subscription sales, online sales, in-person sales, whatever those kind of sales revenue pieces are, you want to create a list of all the revenue groups, all the different types of ways you make money. And then the chart of accounts also includes all the different types of costs that you may have. Does that make sense? So it's pretty simple. It's just the chart of accounts is made up of all the things that are revenue and all the things that are expenses. So then the next step you want to do is say, okay, how long am I budgeting for? What's the budget period? Is it 3 years? I'm doing a big forecast budget for the next 3 years, or is it for a quarter, 3 months? Is it for a year? Decide what budget period that you want to operate in. You could also decide that, I'm just going to do a budget for this month. Whatever it is, that just decide your budget period. The next thing that you want to do is decide how specific do you want to go. Are you going to track every cost? Are you just looking at kind of big picture stuff? Are you going to track spending weekly? Are you going to track spending monthly, annually? How are you looking at how specific these revenue groups are and how specific your costs are? And so the second thing you want to do is, again, create your budget period, and then how specific do you want to be? Then you start doing your budget estimates. You'll have a spreadsheet probably, let's say it's annual. You want to estimate your sales volume, your revenue breakdown, cost estimates, and then calculate the totals. So, your revenue minus your cost is what you're trying to understand. And then what you want to do, once you've estimated all this stuff, review it, do your second draft, and then you want to then go to step number 4 is decide the budget targets. Like, make budget scenarios, think about different things that could happen, think about seasonality. If first quarter, there's not a lot of business that's going to happen in the beginning of the year, but then towards second, third, fourth quarter, your sales start to pick up. So you want to start making, kind of what are your big targets? When are the big seasons? If you have seasonality in your business, any kind of things like that, and think about different budget scenarios. And then make kind of a cash flow budget and understand what could possibly happen. When are you going to bring on new staff? When are big orders going to come in? Whatever that may be. And once you've done that, then take that to your advisors, your mentors, people like Christine, and say, hey, I have my budget. I need you to look it over and make sure I'm thinking correctly. Take it to your accountant, take it to your advisory board so that they can take a look at your budget and say, is this realistic or not? So that's kind of the first thing. And Christine, I think everyone has this framework as well. I would highly recommend that you utilize this budget sheet. This is an article which goes back and mentions this process. It's a really, really good, article. It kind of helps you understand the financials. And one of the things within financials, you have revenue, direct expense, sales expense, and direct expense is really the cost of purchasing products or producing your products or services. So the direct expenses are expenses that happen when you do something. So, for instance, if I sell something to you and it costs me money to mail it to you, right? So there's a mail expense, there's a postage expense. That's what direct expenses are. You have a sales expense. If I have to deliver it to you or travel to you or print something when my order comes in, that's the expense around sales. And then you have administrative expenses, personnel expenses, capacity expenses, interest and depreciation on loans and stuff like that. And the result is profit. So these are this is really kind of the categories. And if you see here, most of the categories are expenses, not revenue. So, revenue is pretty simple. It's all the expenses that you have to be mindful of. So, this is a really good article to read. I suggest that everybody read this article. Christine, I think we've sent that out to everyone. And if we haven't, we'll make sure to get that to you. And then I want to go to the other sheet, would be this cost budget sheet. This is the sheet that you should really spend a lot of time with. Again, if you read the article, it relates directly to this sheet, and you can fill up what are your direct costs? What are your sales costs? What are your administrative costs? What are your personnel costs? What are your capacity costs? Do you have any interest or depreciation? And most of you should not have that unless you have loans. And what you want to do is write in the type of cost that it is. So, if it's a direct cost, it could be postage. And then maybe I'm spending $250 a month in postage. And then per year. And then is there any way to reduce this? Yes. I need to research postage discounts. I'm going to take a look at postage discounts with different services that can.
Sorry, I think your voice is kind of low.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, sorry about that. So this is a great sheet to go in and look at all your costs, document everything, administrative cost, personnel cost. I have a new assistant. What does that cost per year? They're part-time, so maybe that's 15,000 a year. And so what you'll be doing is going in and documenting all your cost so that you can see what you're paying and is there any way that you can reduce those prices. That's kind of the first level of things that we want to look at on cost budget. Does anybody have any questions, please, on any of this stuff?
Guys, do you have any questions?
Because there's so much to talk about with financials. I just want to give you, I think the best thing to do is, you will be getting a copy of this. Christine, I'm going to resend these to you just to make sure you have them.
Yeah, sure.
And you can send this out to everyone. But I think the Christine, the best thing to do instead of just talking about everything with financials, the budget is number one. You got to know what your costs are. You got to know what your budget is. If you have all your costs and all your budgets, then you're in great shape. And Christine, I just sent that to you so you can share those with everyone in the group. Let me ask this question. How many people have a budget? Have any of you set up a budget? If not, it's really critical that you do that. If you do have a budget, if you want to share it with me, um, if you want to share it with Christine and she shares it with me, I'm happy to look at your budgets. Um, Christine, what's the major accounting software that's being used with most of these folks in Africa?
They haven't gotten into the steps, so we don't.
Okay.
We have them understand. They have the cost budget. This was guys. This was the deliverable that you had last week.
But I'd highly recommend everybody fill this out, because once you know your cost, everything else becomes much easier.
Which one is it?
The cost budget?
Yeah, they did that.
Okay, good. But once they've done this, once you know what your costs are, then you can price your products accurately. A lot of times we jump out and we put a price to our products or services because of what someone else is doing. But what we really need to be doing is looking at it for ourselves, and you may have to charge more money for your product or service because it's costing you. You got to cover your cost. So you can't just go out just to make money. You want to be profitable. And so it's really critically important that you look at all your costs. The first step into any budget, any financials. How much does it cost? What does it cost to me to produce this product or service? And it's going to allow you to price appropriately. The other thing with cost, make sure that you're paying yourself. If you don't pay yourself, it's not smart. You're going to lose money, and you might be profitable, but you're not making any money. So you can make a profit, still not make money. So make sure that you look at what you need out of the business and put yourself in there so that you can price it properly, and you can price it to scale and to grow. And you're being taken care of during the process. Any other questions? Any just general financial questions? Anything that you're puzzled about or that you have questions about? Please ask. Olu, you have any questions?
I told you guys to bring in your questions today. I don't know if there is anyone. Please ask him any questions.
Or any other topic, anything before I have to go. Get your budgets done. That's the only thing that I'll tell you. If you can get your budgets done, I'm happy to review your budgets. And that's going to help other people work with you.
Oluwaseyi, I thought you said you guys, your team has a budget. I don't know if you want him to review the budget for you.
Yes, I'm trying to connect it. It's on my laptop, so I'm just trying to send the meeting link onto my laptop so I can connect to my laptop and I can share it.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy to review it. And Christine or Tosin, if you guys get that to me, I'm happy to take a look at it.
So we will communicate that to everyone that you're interested in reviewing the budget. So if there's
Yeah,
no
and
other,
if you can let me know what currency it's into, so I can do the proper conversion, so I know.
Naira.
Yeah. And Christine, feel free to share my email with any of your business owners. And I'm happy to answer any questions if they want to email me a question or something comes up later that they want some assistance on. Just tell me, shoot you an email and send it to me. I'm happy to respond to them.
For sure. Is there any other question before Doug leaves? Hi, Samuel.
Good afternoon, ma.
Hey,
Hi,
Samuel.
Good afternoon, ma.
So we're talking about budget. Do you have your budget ready?
Yes, we have our budget. Our budget is actually a fixed capital actually for our project. Can you hear me, ma?
Yeah.
So we've actually set up our project anyway, but we need like maybe we're trying to raise funds. We don't know how we can actually get that. So that's what we're actually working on. So
You're working on what?
we are working on how to like raise funds. We have our budget on ground, ma. So we're just working around it. So we're just working around me and my other colleagues.
Okay. Well, let us know if you have any questions and if you want us to review your budget.
Sir, ma?
Let us know if you have any questions or if you would like us to review your budget.
Oh, the budget file is actually not with me, with my other team member. And she's not, I don't think she's here. She's not here.
Okay.
I don't know. Is there any other time to which we can actually show, ma?
Yeah, you said just send us an email if you want us to review. Okay.
All right, ma. All right, ma.
Okay, Doug has to leave now. Doug, I think you can go now.
All right. I will talk with you all later and look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye. So to the rest that are here, how is everything so far? This week we're doing marketing. Did you receive everything you need?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Okay.
Please submit the attendance so that we can send you the person has just dropped it. Awesome. So Tosin, I will let you close the meeting. If there's anything else for me, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah, you can go. I want to kind of make an address before I close the room. Yeah, hi guys. Thank you for joining. As well as I am not happy with the number of people we have here. I mean, I've been dropping the link to join or to register for the webinar for the past I think since on Monday. I did the same thing yesterday, and today I've dropped like quite a number of SMS and emails, even on Discord, for you guys to join. And I don't know, joining 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes after the meeting is not it at all. I'm not happy about it, but it's fine. Please, I want you guys to please register or fill the attendance, and I'm going to send a survey to everyone later today. So I want you to fill the survey as well. And please don't forget to submit your breakthroughs and for this week. And yeah, it's call on Saturday. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you for joining today. Bye.
Hello.
Yeah, please. Hello, can you confirm the link you sent to us? It requires an access before we can actually talk about details in it.
Oh, again. Okay, I'll make the settings. Mm,
Hello.
yeah.
Yes, I don't know, is there still privilege for some of us that miss some of the breakthrough, right? I don't know. Is there any way to which you can help us with that?
Is there any way we can work?
Oh, we need, my thing, we need some of the breakthroughs.
Okay.
Close. So I don't know if there's a way you could help us with that.
Okay. Please, I want you to message Uchi on Discord. Please check the attendance now if it's working. I want you to message Uchi on Discord and tell him about this, please.
About what? About what?
Opening the breakthrough.
Can you send a screenshot and send it to me, please?
Now, ma.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Take a
know.
screen.
Should I send it to your mail or I don't know?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my mail.
All right, ma.
Have you been able to? Okay. So what is going on?
All right. I'll screenshot it and send it to you, ma.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
What about now?
Okay, is there anything else?
Yes,
Was
we are still
everybody?
having issues with the link posting sent to
Justin,
the
can you
chat
just
box.
make sure it's public?
Yes, I'm coming, please.